Muslims are the only group of people, of migrants, that is trying to impose their religion. Muslims,
Why?
French or Europeans are hating Muslims
I
so
mean,
much.
France doesn't have a problem with Indian or like Hinduism or
Toujours un
China,
problème.
African. When they welcomed all the people in the 70s, they put them together. Like 22%
When you
of French
think about this,
vote for the right wing, and the right wing,
The right wing.
is promising. You know, France didn't have a problem with the Muslims at first. In the 60s, there were like a war in Algeria. And after the war, we took a lot of people of Muslim from like Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, really a lot. But they didn't have a problem with those people at first, and then with the years, with the decades, I don't know, like the old generation really integrate in France, starting to integrate in France. They cherish France, but their children started to hate France. And so like the new generation of Muslims, like the children of the generation France welcomed after the war in the 70s, now there's like really a problem, because like when they welcomed all the people in the 70s, they put them together. So they stayed together, and their children, when they were born, they didn't really felt integrated.
They are part of France.
They're part of France because they were only between migrant children, between Algerian children. So they just started to hate France for that, and they fall into, some of them, not all of them, fall into violence, crime, and so French people are starting to get really angry about the fact that every time there's a crime in France, it's always the same.
There are so
Same
many.
religions that is.
you can say that
the origin.
only 22% of France vote
Against Muslims.
against
Yeah, for the right wing.
vote extreme right extreme. Only 22% of
Who are
France.
right wing.
It's not enough.
Yeah,
When
like
you-
22%
When
of
you
France
think about this,
vote for the right wing, and the right wing,
the right wing.
is promising to like
after you have
to
20,
exclude the Muslims from France.
okay.
Right?
So
After
next election, when is
yes,
the next
the
next
last election you have 22, only 22.
When is the
French?
next election?
I think 2007.
2027.
27.
Okay. It's a long
No.
way to go.
We
2027.
2027.
Yeah, but like 20 years ago, the right wing was doing only like 5%, and now it's 22.
22.
It's just
But
getting
it's not so much. Also 22.
But you know, like 20 years
You
ago,
have- what do you have to come to say that it's 88? No, 88.
88% are still
I still
in favor
I
of,
still like
28,
now.
70,
let the Muslims come
again.
to the
Yes.
But like
No.
Macron is really hated in France.
Yes,
He
but
was re-elected because people were voting against the right wing.
against
They
you know,
didn't
because
vote for
French-
Macron. They voted against the right wing.
because French
I mean, they were
people-
hating Macron, but they just didn't want
No,
like,
they don't
right
want
wing
extreme.
coming at power. You know?
Oh,
And
So
who
they
is the,
you know,
who is the
ne dis pas du
biggest
mal de Macron.
right wing leader
You
here?
know, then French people are very what do you can say?
Accepting?
Yes. Most of French people are accepting. They ask to regulate, of course, this situation, but they are accepting and what do you say, bienveillant. There are no, il n'y a pas de haine en France.
Yeah, there's no.
Non, s'il y en a 22%, 78% n'a pas de haine.
Ah oui.
There's no hating in France.
They
There's
no
not-
hating. You know?
They don't have.
Only a little percentage.
But after all these knife attacks and that too on children,
But
in the
that's why
schools.
it rising. It's rising from 5% 20 years ago to
Mhm.
like
To
22
22%.
now because of all the attacks. So like 20 years ago, there was none terrorist attack in France.
You
didn't
said that French have no problem with others, Indians or
Yeah,
not
'cause
Indian,
like-
Africans or
'cause
whoever, but the problem is with
Africans, Indians, Asians, even like Eastern countries like Latvia or Moldavia, all those countries, they come to France and they just live their life.
Integrate.
They're trying to find
They
a job. They
respect-
find a job. They just
They respect the
They-
friends
they go
and
to
the
work.
right of friends.
they go to
you know.
work every day. They make some friends. They go to watch a game, to have a drink with some friends, to go to the restaurant, everything. But Muslims are trying. Muslims are the only group of people, group of people of migrants that is trying to impose their religion, their way of living.
their
But
way
French
of
people
life.
have a problem with that because they're just saying if you come to live in France and you want to make it like it were in your country,
Mhm.
why didn't you stay in your country?
Right.
I mean, like you come to France, but you want like France starting to become like it was in I don't know
Just don't
Saudi
make it
Arabia,
like
Tunisia or things. So why didn't you just stay in Tunisia
Yeah,
if you
live
want
that
to
life.
live in the same way in France? Because
Yeah.
I mean, France have a lot of advantages
Pourquoi vous ne dites pas que
wealth,
tout simplement que le
sécurité,
problème ça vient de la
everything.
religion, point
so
barre.
they just start to
Ouais, mais il faut. Attends. Faut bien-
they just
faut-
start
je sais
to
pas où c'est qu'il va le mettre.
Got it.
De toute façon, it's a problem is the religion.
yeah.
Yeah.
All religion.
Keep your religion at
Non,
home.
yeah,
Not
Yeah,
le
on the
problème
street.
Yeah,
c'est
like
religion.
France doesn't
C'est
have a
tout.
problem.
C'est tout, c'est religion.
It's only about religion. Like France doesn't have a problem with Indian or like Hinduism or
Toujours un
China,
problème.
African, but some Muslims are really integrated. Like Muslims come to France and they can practice their
Yeah.
religion,
Yeah.
but they don't want people to become Muslim to have the same religion or impose their religion to the country.
You're saying one of the mosques which is nearby Nice is one of the biggest cities from here,
C'est
and that
un-
has been closed.
Yeah, the mosque has been closed because there was a big, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, there was a big terrorist attack in Nice.
Hmm.
So the mayor decided to close the mosque because it was creating too much problem
Right. And they were helping
because of
those-
the terrorist attack. But there is a church for Jews, for Orthodoxes. I don't know.
Yeah, Orthodox Jews.
Yeah, Orthodox Jews, and those remains open. It's just like the one from the mosque. They decided to close it because it was creating too much drama.
Yes.
So they just thought it's the best decision.